In the world of cars, there are machines that change the way we see speed, power, and engineering. Among them, one name shines brighter than all: Bugatti Chiron. The Chiron is not just a car. It is a statement, a symbol of human ambition, of what can happen when art and science come together. It is a result of years of obsession, perfection, and engineering genius. This is the story of how the Bugatti Chiron became one of the most extraordinary cars ever built. The legacy. The story begins with a name, Bugatti, a name that carries more than a century of history. Founded in 1909 by Henri Bugatti, the company quickly became known for combining elegance and performance. Bugatti cars were not only fast, they were also works of art. Models like the Bugatti Type 35 dominated racing in the 1920s. The Type 57 Atlantic became one of the most beautiful cars ever created. Every Bugatti had soul, passion, and precision. After decades of silence, the brand was revived in the late 1990s. And in 2005, the world witnessed the arrival of a new legend, the Bugatti Veyron. It was the first production car to break 400 kilometers per hour. The automotive world was stunned. But for Bugatti, even that was not enough. They asked themselves, how do you improve perfection? The answer would be the Bugatti Chiron, the birth of the Chiron. The Chiron was unveiled in 2016 at the Geneva Motor Show. It wasn't just an evolution of the Veyron. It was a complete reimagining of what a hypercar could be. At its heart is an 8.0-liter W16 engine with not one, not two, but 4 turbochargers. It produces 1,500 horsepower and 1,600 newton-meters of torque, numbers that almost sound unreal. To put it simply, the Chiron can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in less than 2.5 seconds. It reaches 200 in just over 6 seconds and 300 in under 14. Its top speed is electronically limited to 420 kilometers per hour, but the car is capable of even more. Every part of the Chiron is handcrafted in Molsheim, France. It takes weeks to assemble one car. Each detail, from the stitching of the leather seats to the precision of the titanium bolts, is made with perfection in mind. Design and aerodynamics. When you look at the Chiron, it's instantly recognizable. The flowing lines, the bold front grille with the Bugatti horseshoe, the distinctive C-shaped curve on the side. Everything has a purpose. The Chiron is not only beautiful, it is aerodynamic perfection. Air flows smoothly around the body, feeding the massive engine and cooling the brakes. The rear wing adjusts itself automatically, changing angles for maximum stability or braking power. Even the headlights are a masterpiece. Each contains 8 LED elements designed to blend art and engineering seamlessly. Inside, the cabin feels like a spaceship made of leather, aluminum, and carbon fiber. There are no touchscreens, no distractions, only pure driving focus. Bugatti calls a blend of speed, luxury, and refinement. It's not just about going fast. It's about doing it with elegance, engineering excellence. Underneath the beauty lies some of the most advanced engineering ever created. The Chiron's monocoque chassis is made entirely from carbon fiber, making it both incredibly strong and lightweight. The braking system uses carbon ceramic discs, capable of stopping the car from 400 kilometers per hour with unbelievable precision. The tires, specially developed by Michelin, can withstand speeds that would destroy normal tires in seconds. Every part of the car is tested, analyzed, and refined. Even the sound of the engine is tuned to perfection. When the W16 roars, it's not just noise, it's a symphony of power. The performance record. In 2019, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus made history. On a test track in Germany, driver Andy Wallace pushed the car to an unbelievable 490 kilometers per hour. That's over 304 miles per hour. It became the first production car in history to break the 300 miles per hour barrier, a record that confirmed Bugatti's place at the top of automotive engineering. But Bugatti didn't stop there. They released even more special versions, the Chiron Per Sport, focused on handling and agility. The Chiron Supersport, optimized for high-speed stability. Each one pushing the limits a little further. Luxury beyond speed. Despite its monstrous power, the Chiron is also one of the most luxurious cars ever made. The interior is wrapped in the finest leather. The controls are made of solid aluminum. Every surface feels crafted with care. When you sit behind the wheel, you don't just drive. You experience something almost emotional. The combination of silence, power, and precision makes it feel more like flying than driving. Each Chiron is tailor-made for its owner. Bugatti offers endless customization options, colors, materials, stitching, even personalized logos. No two Chirons are exactly alike. It's a statement of individuality and craftsmanship. Technology meets art. The Chiron represents the meeting point of science and art. The engine alone is a masterpiece. 16 cylinders for turbochargers and over 10 radiators to keep it cool. It takes a team of specialists weeks to assemble just one engine by hand. Each car is tested on a rolling road before delivery, ensuring every Chiron performs perfectly. Even the key is a work of art, crafted from aluminum and leather, symbolizing connection between driver and machine. The philosophy behind the power. Bugatti's philosophy has always been simple. Create the best, regardless of cost. Edry Bugatti once said, "If it is comparable, it is no longer Bugatti." That spirit lives on the Chiron. It's not built to compete with others. It's built to stand alone, to show what is possible when no compromise is made. The Chiron is not just about numbers. It's about emotion. The feeling when you hear the engine start. The thrill when you press the accelerator. The quiet satisfaction of driving something truly perfect. The future of Bugatti. As the automotive world moves toward electrification, Bugatti faces a new challenge. How do you create a Bugatti for the future? In recent years, Bugatti joined forces with Rimac, an electric hypercar company. Together, they are developing the next generation of Bugatti vehicles, blending traditional craftsmanship with cutting-edge electric technology. Whatever comes next, one thing is certain. The spirit of Bugatti will remain the same: beauty, power, and perfection. The Bugatti Chiron is more than a car. It's a piece of history, a bridge between the mechanical past and the technological future. It proves that human creativity has no limits, that even in a world obsessed with efficiency, there is still room for passion, for art, for dreams. When you look at the Chiron, you see more than engineering. You see imagination made real. And as the engine fades into silence, one truth remains. The Bugatti Chiron is not just a machine. It is a masterpiece of speed.